Pokemon Day 2025 is upon us, and we have a new Pokemon Presents on the way after a full year of no new news for the Pokemon mainline series. So of course, many fans are speculating what will be discussed during this new Presents, and excitement is high. And as a fellow Pokemon-obsessed nerd, I have to throw my hat in the ring, and wanted to talk about in today's video what my hopes and expectations are for this upcoming Pokemon Day, and what I would like to see. I'll be making these choices based on reality, of course, and what I believe will actually be spoken about, but will there be some moments where I throw in some wildcard things just because I'd love to see them? Absolutely. And who knows, even if some of these things aren't in this Pokemon Presents, they could always come down the road. Let's talk Pokemon Day 2025. Now, Pokemon Presents usually always start out in the exact same way, and we already know what we can expect in the very beginning of this Pokemon Day Presents, with them probably talking about all of the Pokemon mobile games, which at this point there are so many mobile games I can't even keep track anymore. I don't even play all of them, but it is absolutely guaranteed that they're going to be talking about these games at the very beginning of the Presents. Things like Pokemon Go, Pokemon Masters, Pokemon TCG Pocket, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Cafe. I mean, there are just so many at this point. Like I said, I don't even play all these, I don't care about most of these, but some that I do care about that I would love to see something new for would absolutely be Pokemon Unite and Pokemon TCG Pocket. For Pokemon Unite, I'm really hoping that they announce a new Pokemon player that we can use, and I've heard some speculation and rumors going around that it might be Suicune, which I personally would love to see. Always been a fan of Suicune. She slays the house down. I love Suicune so freaking much. I would love to see that. As for Pokemon TCG Pocket, I heavily anticipate that they will be announcing another booster pack, probably something along the lines of Mythical Island. I could see them doing another solo pack. I personally would love to see an Arceus pack, kind of how they have Diamond and Pearl with Space Time Smackdown. I would love to see something relating to Legends Arceus with an Arceus pack. There's always the possibility of them doing a Giratina pack, but with there already being so many Giratina cards, I don't know, I just would like to see something a little different, and I think featuring Arceus would be something really fun to do. As for the others, they probably will announce new characters for Pokemon Masters, another raid for Pokemon Go, some type of new thing for Pokemon Cafe, a game that I have actually never checked out in my entire life. And for those of you out there who are Pokemon Cafe fans, all power to you. I'm so excited. Maybe I should check it out one of these days. Let me know if I should check out Pokemon Cafe. It's always something that I've seen in every single Pokemon Presents. They always are adding new Pokemon to it. They're still updating it, and I still have never checked it out. I also anticipate that they might bring up something in terms of the anime or something happening in the outside world. There is a lot of talk about Pokemon Horizons and all of the new stuff coming out for that. There's also always the possibility that they could just randomly drop a sequel for Detective Pikachu, but I mean, there hasn't been really any talk about that since years ago at this point. There's even been talk that the movie has been cancelled, so I really don't know what to expect, but honestly, the Pokemon Company could just drop a bomb on us at any point and say that the movie has a sequel, there's a new TV series coming out. I mean, there was Pokemon Concierge at one point, and I actually just recently checked that out, and it was amazing, so I would love to see a little segment featured on the TV series, or the anime, or movies, or anything along those lines. I do believe that a bulk of this Presents will be spent on the mobile game stuff and all the new updates coming for that, but I do believe that there will be, of course, some other featured things, other featured games alongside those, and let's start talking about what I would like to see out of that. There has been talk for a long time, so many people are talking about it. You could check out any video here of Pokemon Day predictions for 2025, and I guarantee you at least 90% of them are talking about this specific game right here, and that is a Pokemon Classic Collection. Many Pokemon fans have been wanting this for years and years and years on the Switch, for there to be a collection of all the old classic Pokemon games, specifically generations 1 through 3, the rubies, the emeralds, the reds, the blues, the yellows, the golds, the silvers, all those packed into one little cute package that we could all just buy, and it would be so delightful and nice. I mean, it's kind of like this ideal dream scenario that Nintendo would release something like that, and I think that would be the best way for them to go about doing it. I don't think they would ever release them separately or specifically on the Nintendo Online expansion. I don't think they would do anything like that. I definitely think if they were to do it, it would come out in one kind of like finalized package altogether. I think that'd be the smartest thing to do, but will they ever do it? Who knows? I just wanted to feature it because I would love to see it. I'm sure you would love to see it. It's just, will they ever actually do it? Who knows? Maybe they'll wait for the Switch 2 to come around, and that goes for anything I talk about in today's video. The Switch 2 is literally coming this year. as far as we know, hopefully not getting delayed. So all of this being said, we have no idea if they might wait to do any of these things that I talk about in today's video for the Switch 2, which I would be absolutely open to. I would be down as long as it means that some of these things might be coming. But that is always something that we have to consider, is would they want to do it now at the end of the Switch's life cycle, or would they want to wait until the Switch 2 is revealed? But hey, what I know is that I would love to see a Pokemon Classic Collection, okay? Like, I would be playing the hell out of that. I would be replaying it all the time. I would make that a priority if I got that, to be replaying all these games over and over and over again, just because they'd be on my Switch. Speaking of games that I would love to play again, that I'm absolutely obsessed with, this is a personal choice of mine. I actually doubt that Pokemon is thinking about this even remotely. I doubt they're considering this, but I need to bring it up, okay? Just for my own personal sanity and my sake, I need to talk about this because I think about it all the time and I just want to express it. Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness need a port, a remaster, something. There needs to be something, and I would love if they just surprised us one day by having a trailer thrown in, and it's either going to be the game remastered with new graphics, it looks gorgeous and beautiful, or they just port the old games. I'm down for anything Pokemon, literally anything at this point. Game Freak, please, anyone that's listening, like, I just would love to see that. And I know there are others out there that feel exactly the same way, and so if you are somebody who would love to see that, let me know, because I would actually scream so loud that my neighbors in my apartment building would have me kicked out the next day. Moving on to what I believe is going to take up a lot of the reveal time of this Pokemon Presents, the news we all came for, the thing we've all been expecting, and that is going to be news coming for Pokémon Legends Z-A. Now, we're all kind of anticipating that this is going to be the main star of the show of this Pokemon Presents. This is going to be the thing that everyone is expecting and waiting for them to talk about, and what I anticipate they're going to do is, they've had a lot of time to plan for this. It has been an entire year of no news since the release and the announcement of Pokemon Legends Z-A, that they kind of have the freedom to drop as much as they want here, I think, because there hasn't really been any new information or hinting about anything, so I personally would love to and can realistically see them doing a trailer where they talk about the region itself, maybe a little bit of the characters, a little bit of the storyline, a little bit of the gameplay. We can absolutely come to expect those things out of a potential trailer that we will be getting, which I hope we are getting a full-length, couple-minute-long trailer. That's what I would love to see, and I honestly think that that's entirely plausible. Some other things that I definitely think will be featured in this Legends Z-A trailer will be some sort of feature of Zygarde. I feel like they have to show Zygarde. Zygarde is our star, okay? Zygarde is the all might of the Legends Z-A. Like, we're all waiting to see how Zygarde is going to be featured. Whether that just be in a cutscene where they're going to show Zygarde, or if they're going to reveal Mega Zygarde, like, I'm down for whatever. I'm down for whatever y'all want to do, because I'm just excited to see more. I want to see more. I want to see what this game is going to look like. I mean, it's been such this mystery for this entire time that we don't even really know what to expect, honestly. And so this trailer, I think, is going to be one of the things that people are looking forward to the most. Other than Zygarde, I definitely believe that they're going to feature at least one new Mega Evolution. I said it, that's my prediction. I'm predicting they are going to do one new Mega Evolution. Now, will they feature some other returning Mega Evolutions? Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll probably show them here and there, just to showcase the new updated graphics from Megas and what Mega Evolution might look like in this new game. But I think that they'll show one new thing, because it's not enough to just show all of us Pokemon fans what this new game is going to look like. You gotta show us some new Pokemon as well. And of course, speaking of new Pokemon, aside from that, maybe they'll show us a new regional form. I mean, we don't know what to expect. I'm predicting one new Mega Evolution and the possibility of a regional variant. But in terms of solid things that I actually believe 100% is going to be in this trailer if we receive one, and that's going to be the starter Pokemon for Pokemon Legends Z-A. Everybody's talking about what the starters are going to be for Pokemon Legends Z-A. There have been theories left and right, people speculating, people looking into the archives, people hacking into the mainframe, just trying to figure out what the starters are going to be for Legends Z-A. People are asking their uncles who work at Nintendo. It's crazy. The most solid answer that I have seen across the board, that a lot of people believe this to be true, is that the starters are going to be Snivy, Scorbunny, and Piplup. This is actually the trio of starters that I would like to see the most. I think that there is a lot of correlation you could make between them and the Paris, Europe-based region. I think that it would make a lot of sense for these starter Pokemon, specifically with the regionals they get in their final evolution. Presuming assuming of course that we're still going to be doing that similar thing that Legends Arceus did, which I thought was really fun and exciting to get this random assortment of starters that got a regional Evo as their final, so I don't see why they would just give that up when it works so well for Legends Arceus. I think featuring the starters in the trailer would be a very easy way to drum up hype and excitement, because it is something that so many people have been waiting to hear information for the longest time. So out of anything they could possibly reveal for Legends Z-A, the starters is something that I absolutely think needs to happen. But don't think that I have not seen all the stuff in the rumor mill, all the rumors that have been circulating. I keep abreast of all the news online. I see everything. Y'all, I am in the Pokemon info pages. I see all the updates. I see all the news. I see the rumors. I'm in it. Keep my finger on the pulse and my nose in the news. I am aware of what is going on, and I hear lately that there might be something in this that is more than just Pokemon Legends Z-A. There are some people out there that believe that Pokemon Legends Z-A is actually not going to be the main thing that is revealed at this Pokemon Day Presents. Do I know how realistic this is? Absolutely not. Do I think this might happen? It's entirely possible. Never say never. You literally never know what they're going to do. I mean, did anybody expect Pokemon Legends Z-A and for Kalos to be the feature of the next game? No, absolutely not. No one was expecting that. So we don't know what to expect. How can you say never? This could either go one of two ways, I would like to believe, and this would either happen to be in the possibility of black and white remakes, which have been talked about for a while, but kind of just ignored and not really talked about. So this would definitely be an interesting time to bring them up. Or they could just skip right past that and talk about Generation 10. It would be along the correct usual timeline that they announce a new generation in Pokemon. This is kind of the same like 3 to 4 years they normally do before announcing another Pokemon game, but that would mean that Generation 10, if they announce it, would be revealed sometime around the end of this year and released around sometime the end of this year. So I don't know if that's something that they would want to do, or if they'd want to wait till the 30th anniversary. I think more along the lines of that, but it's always a possibility. Starting off with black and white remakes, I think that this is something that a lot of people are expecting to come about within the next 5 years. I would say this is definitely not something that's insane to think about. It's definitely the next remake we're going to be getting. It kind of is just a matter of when at this point. I definitely think that something along the lines of a black and white remake would be better featured in terms of the Switch 2. I don't think that they would announce something as big as a remake for the Switch right at the end of its life cycle, unless this is something that they want to do as their big closer, but I already think that Legends Z-A kind of fills that slot. So I personally would love to see black and white remakes. Generation 5 is one of my personal favorites. I love it so very much. Black 2 and White 2 are some of my favorites in the entire series of the mainline games, so of course I'm down for the remakes. I just think that maybe they would work a little bit better with time or on the Switch 2. And then for Generation 10, I mean, y'all, there has been so many rumors about this Pokemon Wind, Pokemon Waves, about this potential trailer that might be dropping at the very end to shock us all. I don't entirely believe that that might be something that's happening, but who knows? I will be incredibly ecstatic if it is, and who knows, maybe we will get 2 sets of 2 starters on this Pokemon Day Present. The ones for Legends Z-A and the new starters for Pokemon Generation 10. I doubt it. I don't think that'll happen, but would I love to see it? Yeah, of course I would. Any type of Pokemon news that is going to shock me so much that I scream my head off, of course I'm going to be interested in. The main thing that I do on Pokemon Day, the main way that I personally celebrate Pokemon Day, is I wake up out of bed, I leave my bed to grab a coffee, and then return right back to said bed with said coffee, just to celebrate Pokemon Day, bright and early in the morning. And then I go, I text all my friends the exciting news, and most of them aren't even awake yet. I'm just waking up early for no reason because I'm so obsessed with Pokemon I can't control it. Pokemon Day is essentially like a holiday. Any single Pokemon Presents Day actually is kind of like a holiday for me. I'm sure many others feel exactly the same. Maybe it's not just me. The Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day 2025 coming up soon has so much potential for things to be announced, and these are just a couple of things that I would like to see and what I could realistically seeing them talking about. Let me know down in the comment section below if you agree with any of the things that I mentioned in today's video, if you think they'll talk about it, or are there any things that you personally would like to see them talk about in this Pokemon Presents that I may not have talked about in today's video. If so, definitely let me know, because you know I am down to have all the conversations about what I would like to see from this. I think the biggest takeaway that we will get from this Pokemon Day is going to be news about Pokemon Legends Z-A. I think that's inevitable. That's of course going to happen, but anything else that happens along the way, I would like to see it. I can't wait to see how this turns out. But that'll be all for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Happy Pokemon Day 2025, everybody, and I hope that we all get some exciting news coming up soon.